Hello everyone, welcome to geography lesson. Today we'll be doing our map skills, our calculations. But firstly I would like to give you guys just a few information before we go straight to our calculations. Okay, as you guys know that we have two maps that we are using in geography. We have an orthophoto map and orthophoto map. Orthophoto map, it has the scale of 1 is to 10,000. It has a scale of 1 is to 10,000. And then we have our second map, which we call a topographical map. A topographical map. And the topographical map have the scale of 1 is to 50,000 centimeters. The scale is in centimeters. These two scales are in centimeters. Okay, so you guys need to know firstly that the scale of the orthophoto map, which is 1 is to 10,000, is bigger than the scale of a topographical map. Why is the case? Because the scale of a topographical map, it says here it is 1 is to 50,000. Many of you tend to confuse these because they see that 50,000 is bigger than 10,000. But it's not the case. The scale of an orthophoto map, which is 10,000, it is bigger than the scale of a topographical map. Why is the case? Because the scale of a topographical map is exaggerated more than the scale of the orthophoto map, meaning that it is exaggerated 50,000 times, whereas the scale of an orthophoto map, it is only exaggerated only 10,000 times. So guys, we have these two scales. The scale of the orthophoto map, it is bigger than the scale of a topographical map. All right. So again, to make it just an explanation, maybe let's just take a piece of an orange. So if you take an orange and then you cut into pieces, and then let's say you are going to cut 5 pieces, and then again you're going to take the other one and then you cut it into 10 times. Maybe you can cut into 10 pieces. Which one is bigger between the two? Obviously, the orange that you have cut 5 times is going to be bigger than the orange that you have cut 10 times. That is the case. The same apply into these map scales. The scale of a topographical map, it is 50,000 times exaggerated on its actual ground, and then the scale of an orthophoto map, it is only 10 times exaggerated. All right. So I want you guys to understand the scales of these in kilometers, in centimeters, as well as in meters, because most questions comes on those units. It's either you are being asked to calculate in meters or in kilometers or in centimeters. All right, so I want you guys to look just these few conversion that I'm going to teach you, obviously. So we have our conversion, which is K, and then we have A, K, which stands for kilometers, and then we have D. We're going to use this method, and then we have our M here, which stands for meter, and then we have D, which stands for DC, and then we have C, which stands for centimeters, and then lastly we have M, which stands for milliliters. So you guys, this method is going to assist you. This method is going to assist you when doing conversion. So for you not to forget this method, I will just prefer you guys to just study it thoroughly, because it's KSD AMDC M. So meaning that we have our centimeters, and then here we have milliliters, and then here we have what? Our deci. We have our deci here, and then here we have a meter. and then here we have a deca. We have a deca, and then here we have a hectare. We have a hectare. We have a hectare. And then we have our kilometer here. All right. So the scales that are given to us, we have 1:10,000, and then we have 1:50,000. So our first calculation, we are going to calculate an area. So we are going to calculate an area, and then you guys know that when we are using this conversion, so maybe let us just convert the scale. So we are going to calculate an area. Let me just draw a diagram for you guys. Let's say here is the box that you are expected to use, and then we are calculating an area, and then we have 4 centimeters here, and then let's say our breadth is 2 centimeters, and then the question will say calculate the area of the box in kilometers, or let's just calculate the area of this box in centimeters. So you are going to be told to calculate an area of this box in kilometers. So you guys need to know that when we are moving from a smaller number, from a smaller unit into a bigger unit, what are we doing? We are multiplying. So meaning that here is the table that I've used for you guys. So we will be moving from here, from centimeters. So we are going to just write 1 and then 2, 0. We are going to kilometers. We are going to kilometers because our question was saying that we must calculate the area in kilometers. So from the centimeters, the C here, from centimeters, here is our centimeters, to kilometers, here is our kilometers. That means we're going to write our 1 here, our 1 here. This is just 1, and then we're going to count zeros until we reach at K, where we are going to use the digits. So meaning that when we are moving from the centimeters to the kilometers, we divide by 100,000. Okay, so let us just do our calculations, and then we are going to do the conversion on our last sum. All right, so the area is equal to length times breadth. Okay, now what are we going to do? Here in geography, we first calculate the length, and then we secondly calculate what? The breadth. All right, so our length, we are now going to calculate our length. What is our length? Our length is 4 centimeters. Then we are going to multiply by what? By our map scale. We are going to multiply by our map scale. So we are going to convert our map scale. As we know that our map scale, it is in centimeters. So we will be using a topographical map. We will be using a topographical map. So we are calculating an area of this box in kilometers, but using the topographical map. So we will be using the topographical map. All right. So what is the scale of a topographical map? The scale of topographical map, it is 1:50,000, but we are being asked to calculate in kilometers. So what are we going to do to do our conversion? Let me just do our conversion just here at the side of our screen. So we are going to say 50,000 centimeters divide by 100, because we have counted here using our table that from centimeters to kilometers we divide by 100,000, and that is going to give us what? 0.5 kilometers, because we are converting from centimeters moving into what? Into the kilometers. So our question was saying calculate the area of the box in kilometers. So that means when we are calculating our length here, we are going to say 4 centimeter. Where is this 4 centimeter coming from? Here is our length. Our length, it is the longest side of the box. So we are going to say 4 centimeter multiplied by 0.5. 0.5 what? Kilometers. These kilometers is the conversion of the scale, which is 1 is to 50,000, because we were told to calculate our area in kilometers. All right. So now let us calculate. We are going to calculate and say we are going to calculate this area, saying 4 multiplied by, we are going to calculate this area. We're saying that 4 multiplied by 0.5 kilometers. We are going to use our calculators. We're going to punch that, and then we are going to say 4 multiplied by 0.5. So let us do our calculations. I hope you also have your calculator at home. So we are going to say 4 multiplied by 4 centimeter multiplied by what? 0.5 kilometers. And then we are going to get our answer, which is going to be 8 kilometer squared. You mustn't forget the units. You mustn't forget the units, because they are very important, and you are not going to get all the marks that you are required to be awarded. So the units are very important when doing these calculations. So now our answer is going to be 8 kilometer squared. So we were just only calculating what? Our length. Now let us calculate the breadth. We are now going to calculate what? Our breadth. Our breadth is going to be, what is our breadth? Coming again. Here is our breadth. It is what? 2 centimeters. It is 2 centimeters. Then we are going to say 2 centimeters multiplied by what? We have already converted the centimeters into kilometers. Obviously, we know that when you are moving from 50,000 kilometers, from 50,000 centimeters to kilometers, you will going to get what? 0.5 kilometers. Now, let us calculate again our breadth. So our breadth is going to be 2 centimeter multiplied by what? 0.5 kilometers. And then we are going to get what? 1 what? Kilometer squared. Kilometer squared, because we are calculating what? An area. So we are going to get what? 1 kilometer squared. So now our final answer for this calculation, our area equal to what? L times B. And then what is our length? Our length is 8 kilometers, and then multiply by, what is our breadth? 1 kilometers. So what is going to be our final answer? That means now we are going to add 8 multiplied by 1, and then obviously we're going to get what? 8 kilometer squared. So this is our final answer when we are calculating what? The area. So our area is going to be what? 8 kilometer squared. So the most important thing here is to read thoroughly the question. Which map are you going to use? What conversions are you going to use? Is it are you being told or asked to calculate in kilometers, in meters, or in centimeters? And then again, are you going to use a topographical map, or you are being told to use the scale of an orthophoto map? Because that is where most learners tend to confuse, and then they don't get the marks that are supposed to be awarded. So this question may be about 4 marks. So if you have got the same answer, then I will be awarding you this mark here. You're getting a mark here, and then also you're getting a mark, and then you're going to get another mark, and then you are going to get the full 4 marks for this sum that we have done. All right, so I want you guys to take a short break, and then we are going to do our second calculation, which is going to be a distance. Which is going to be distance. No, ngifuna ukubona ukuthi lelo khuza ingikhiphela ama-answer right yini. Le calculator ngaqhubeki nayo kanti athi
Recorder la.
asistopishe la.
Stop so end.
Si end then izobe seyixhuma because ngishilo ngithi abathatha i-break. Ngishilo ukuthi abathatha i-break.